Welcome in to the three-man front. Roman Kelly, Grant Skaggs reporting to you guys here live today. Not a lot of UFL on the docket for today due to the Louisville Kings being champions and it being no word back yet on what the parade celebration is going to be, but we will be reporting to you guys live as soon as we do hear that. No matter the time of day, we hear about it at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Guess what? We'll go chat about it. But Roman Kelly, Grant Skaggs reporting here. No Matt Childress today, and that's okay.
Defected to North
He's
Korea.
out.
We don't know when he'll
Roman
be back.
Grant taking some things. Do you still hear the music?
No.
Finally, the music just cut off. I just talked over the music that entire time. So,
nice.
That was weird. But we're back. We're back. Let's get into it, Grant. No Louisville Kings into the NFL other than the names that we have already seen and reported. Still excited to see how things are for these guys when they get to camp to get those new jerseys in their hands. We'll probably see those footage and see those pictures, and it'll be cool to see Tanner Brown standing next to Tyler Shuck, right? Our Louisville Cardinal and our Louisville King down on the same team together, along with Quincy Riley as well. So that'll be fun. We'll get into that as more of that unfolds. We haven't gotten word back on the parade or the celebration yet, so this is going to be a lot of World Cup talk here to Grant, and let's get right into it. No match today, so we will have a shortened show. Also, a start on the show here today, but I'm excited to chat, get Grant's thoughts, get some of your all's thoughts as well. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy, as always. But of course, send those in. We'll display them on the stream. We'll talk about them. We'll chat about them. And Grant, let's do it. What has been the biggest surprise in the World Cup so far through the group stage? Has it been the star power? Any there haven't been really a lot of upsets, but has it been the upsets? Has it been the outrageous goals? There hasn't been a lot of them, but there's been a few of them. What's been your thing? What's been the most wild thing to you so far?
I would say there's so many different talking points you could really go for in this, whether it's the amount of the dark horses that all of us took to start off the World Cup just being complete duds, whether it's Turkey. Ecuador finally scored themselves 2 goals against Germany to help their hopes of advancing. The utter class that pretty much for the guys who this is their last World Cup, like the Luka Modrics, the Messis, the Ronaldos, just the overall class these guys have been going through. Messi, we weren't sure what Messi was going to look like coming into this World Cup, if his time in the MLS was going to slow him down or he wouldn't have the best quality. But now he's back in talks of being the best player in the world after 3 games. It's utterly ridiculous. Ronaldo started off with a slow start, got himself a brace against the mighty Uzbekistan. So I don't really expect too much out of Ronaldo. He looks like you're watching one of those guys trying to get his last little flame out before he rides off into the Saudi sunset.
He looks his age out there.
Yeah, which you can't really blame him. But yeah, a crazy amount of talking points. I think probably my biggest thing looking into this World Cup is I think we gotta get some of these other European teams out of here. I'll be completely honest. There's so much. Is there forward playing football and beautiful football that we've seen? Yes. But God, a lot of these European teams are just bringing over the worst quality and the worst entertainment I've ever seen, whether it's Slovenia, whether it's Czechia, whether it's Scotland. Just a lot of parking the bus and just getting no results. Who was it yesterday? It might have been Czechia. I think they had 2 shots the entire World Cup going into the Mexico game last night. I want to see less and less of these European teams going forward, to be completely honest. If we're going to stick with this 48 team threshold,
African and South American teams to qualify.
They've showed out, whether it's Cape Verde, whether it's Curacao. A lot of these teams have really came out, which we all thought they would be complete. South Africa. Bufala. South Africa last night was electric. Seeing these guys. Yeah, seeing these guys make it to the knockouts for the first.
We do not support genocide. We do not support the show at all. I don't like to get political at all. And we do not support for the full sake of all. That is super, super cool.
I mean, it was unreal. And then just seeing the emotional reactions of all the players, the coaches, who was it, Mama Joy, who was in the crowd crying at the final whistle. I mean, you've seen so many
Yeah.
beautiful things in this tournament, I mean, even from things like, sure, Curacao got ass blasted by Germany in the first game, but seeing them equalize 22 minutes in and just seeing half the country who's in the stadium lose their damn minds over. I mean, it's the World Cup. It's full of beautiful things.
Yep.
Seeing England draw against Ghana really made my heart grow 3 times that day. But I mean, it's been a beautiful thing so far. What have been like your biggest takeaways?
The star power being on display. I feel like we have never seen so many players. I don't want to really say at the peak of their game, but at the peak of their game in the World Cup, all at the same time, all performing. You're getting it from Holland. You're getting it from Mbappe. You're getting it from, I mean, Lamine, I feel like it's just a matter of time, but you're still technically getting it from Lamine. He's had those
Then
moments because I feel like Spain.
he's been knocked up too. He's kind of fighting through injury, which even with a knock, I mean, he's just world class.
Exactly.
It's utterly ridiculous. He's the best winger in the world outside maybe outside Elise.
I think they're about like, depends on just your preference. I think they're the two best wingers in the world. I think Lamine does a few things better. I think Elise clearly is more matured, which allows him to be better in certain situations. I also think Elise gets a little bit more freedom on where he's deployed. And if Lamine got to be deployed in more of those free areas, then you'd see. And I think we will see it. But the star power being on display, Grant. I mean, Messi in itself. I hate to glaze. He's my favorite player, so I'm gonna glaze. The fact that he's shown like he looks like he hasn't dropped off at all since like 22 is freaky when you
If anything, he
consider
looks
where he's
better.
been the last 3 seasons. Like obviously the off-ball runs are even lesser and stuff, and he's walking more than ever, but the quality on the ball, the pinpoint passes, the what's really like the pinpoint passes when he has literally went to get the pass off, not 1 second to decide and then another second to get the pass off. He's got 1 second fully as it's coming him. It doesn't look like he has even time to pick where he wants it to go because of how fast the ball is moving, and it's still pinpoint perfect once he's kind of like locked into the game. He has been absolutely unreal. I'm gonna give my props to Vinicius Jr., right? Because he's showing he's at that level of past Brazilian players who have been in the World Cups. I don't think he is like as great as any of them, but he's now showing that statistically and productivity wise, he can do what some of the past top Brazilian guys can do. He's performing like you've seen Neymar perform at a past World Cup and stuff as of now. I'm a Barcelona guy.
I mean, Vinny's.
But gonna give him. He's been ridiculed a lot, so I'm gonna kind of take that Barcelona hat off.
That's what I'm saying.
Give him his flowers.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this World Cup, Vinny was probably one of the guys who probably had the most pressure going into this World Cup because just really no one on this Brazilian side has really performed in the last 8 years or so. I mean, you're a Barcelona guy. Rafinha has been pretty non-existent for the Brazilian side. Rafinha hasn't been that great. They haven't gotten many things from the midfield, which, I mean, it goes from 20 years ago, a lot of their guys being the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, the top tier guys in every league. And now they're kind of settling for, the Newcastles, the Brentfords, like those sort of crews. But it's been good to see Vinny Jr. finally kind of step up to the plate and like claim his spot on this Brazilian team.
Yep. I feel like watching the best teams in the world look like the best teams in the world all at the same time outside of Spain, like kind of goal scoring wise, all clicking. That's what's been the most enticing factor to me. Obviously, the little stuff in the World Cup is what makes it. Like fans' interviews have been my favorite thing. Right, seeing them.
Oh my God, they're so good.
We have news outlet stations that are going to put more cameras and more microphones compared to what's going to happen in Qatar. You know what I mean? Every single news outlet in Texas, in the States, in Georgia, like they're all gonna be right there. Everybody, camera, microphone, trying to talk to a fan, trying to talk to anybody who's playing that day. And I think that you've gotten to see, and obviously this day and age is going to be able to show it to you more with more and more apps and more ways of streaming and more people being willing and more high name media outlets being wanting to show this kind of stuff on the street level versus in the studio official news type stuff. You're going to see more of it. But with that being said, Grant, it has been so cool to watch all these different fans and teams of the countries that have come here and have responded to American culture in specific to the fan. It's felt really pure, I guess is the best way to put it. There hasn't been a lot of pure soccer being played with some of these teams and some of these games. I'm still gonna say that the expansion is what was best. More countries like Curacao getting what they felt in this World Cup. I'm still gonna always root for that. So that's but the off the field stuff to me has been more positive than ever, and that feels good.
Yeah, and no, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, at this point in history, I mean, the United States is not the most well-liked country in the world, regardless if it's, even if you take all the politics of it, most people just, even from like the English side of things, most people just don't like or didn't like Americans in just a hypothetical sense. And then, you come over, the politics get put aside, and it's just, it's just human empathy and passion once you get over here. And everyone's kind of learned that, if you treat me right, I'll treat you right. And, it's just been such a lovely time for just about everybody, regardless of which country you come from. The videos have been just nonstop classic, whether it's the Scottish up in Boston and the Japanese saying like, I know speak a good English, but I am very excited. And just, I mean, the littlest stuff here and there, just, it makes your heart warm. And even with things that I pretty hard disagree with, whether it's the Iran side kind of getting exiled to Tijuana in between games and that sort of thing, and hearing the stories of like how the local Tijuanans are like all in on the Iranian team, like they show up to all their practices and they cheer them on, and or the Algerians in Kansas getting a crazy send off and a crazy support, just seeing everybody come together for the love of this game, and just to have an international party for a couple of weeks, it's just been such a lovely sight to see.
Yeah, it's like an international festival that's centered around one specific sport. It's really, really what it is. Did you see the Jeremy Doku stuff? I wanted to ask you about this specifically because
this is crazy.
The amount of things that I'm hearing people say, and I kind of go back and forth. Like, it's a weird thing for me because he can play soccer tomorrow. He cannot see his son's birth live any other moment than when it's happening. And anything is more important to some people than that. And you can't, and I think like there should be no opinion on what it means for it to be that important to him, and the fact that there's been people in the media, viral nasty about Doku has been insane, but I love the way that Infantino, the FIFA president, responded to it, and the initiative that he created from this, that anybody in a situation like this going forward basically will have everything paid for by FIFA, and you can have the opportunity to come back and play if it's not in a media or a permanent dismissal for that tournament and stuff. So I like this. I think that this is a good thing has come from this, even if Doku has to hear negative things. With what he said, though, I don't feel like he's the kind of guy that can even be put in a negative spot due to people's opinions on this. His teammates probably aren't saying anything negative to him, and his club team's probably understanding as well, and his family is definitely on his side. So how do you kind of feel about how people responded to hearing this?
Yeah, I mean, just for the people listening, we're talking about pretty much like Jeremy Doku's wife is due to go into labor like any given day. So he decided, I'm going to cut a break here. Like, I got to go be with her for the birth of my firstborn child. And like, and it got really crazy. There was I think it was a French journalist who basically came out, and this is one of the crazy things I think I've ever seen a journalist say, basically calling the fact that he was leaving the World Cup to go see the birth of his firstborn like disgusting, and that he honestly wasn't needed for like the childbirth, and just a bunch of crazy stuff. And this is coming from somebody like who doesn't have kids. I'm probably gonna have kids here soon, here in maybe the next couple of years, but to me, I don't know how you miss the day of your kid's birth. I don't think I really care what's going on, whether it's the World Cup and it's a lifetime opportunity. I don't know how you don't go to see your family and be there for your family. And just seeing, like, I've seen some of the ridicules of Doku leaving, but for the most part, I saw Ollie Watkins talking about it in an interview the other day where he basically called
Love
the
what he
reporter a
said.
disgrace. Yeah, I mean, it's for me, it was ridiculous. I don't know how it was even a talking point. I read it and I was like, good for him. He'll probably be back for the knockout rounds. I mean, that and I don't really think it mattered. Belgium has looked awful. They've looked atrocious. You know, playing the last several days. So, like, he is needed on this team. He's about the only offensive spark they have going forward, besides the 700-pound, 38-year-old Lukaku. But no, I can't take anybody seriously
I
who
think he I
actually
think he was
gives
born.
him criticism.
I think I think his son was born, or I don't know if he's been born officially yet, but it's pretty much already been stated that he's gonna come to the team once it's all
Yeah,
said and done. So he won't even have missed a game, I believe, and that'll be it. The fact that anything had to be said at all before something got concluded from it is just absolutely outrageous. We stand with Doku here on the three. Into it, Grant. We've got to. The people have been waiting. So want to hear USA action tonight on the late side of things. It will be 10 p.m. going up against Turkey. We haven't gotten official confirmation of a lineup yet, but we've got some ideas. We kind of have, the ability to predict some things, but there's still no way to know how Pochettino's going to go. With that being said, with what you've seen from Turkey, Grant, who have not been, bad under any means, they also just haven't been good either. You feel pretty good about our chances tonight, even with the potential not strongest 11 out there for us?
I mean, yeah. So going into this game,
Or do
I
you think
don't
maybe play it
expect.
play it like the don't get way?
Yeah, I'll say, like, I mean, like, you got a couple guys who are one yellow card away from suspension, so, like, I'm not expecting Balogun to start. I don't expect to see Tyler Adams. I don't expect to see Richards. Yeah, there's a handful of guys who, like, they just don't need to play. There's no reason to risk them getting suspended. So I'll be curious to see what the lineups look like. I'd love to see more Aronson. I'd love to see Weah. I want to see some guys who just haven't got a lot of burn in the tournament so far. Because really, I mean, realistically, this game doesn't really matter. We know we're going on to the next section. It's more or less of you want to win this game to keep the momentum train going and still have the country behind you on this, like, little winning streak with us.
Yep.
Watching Turkey, it's been disgraceful. I mean, they snorted every single little bit of hype they had going into this World Cup. They were so full of themselves. They were talking about in interviews how they were going to smack teams and how they had way
They
more
can't convert a
quality.
single chance.
They can't, and
They
they are
can't
talented.
convert a chance, dude.
Yeah,
They
like,
looked amazing coming in. They did look amazing coming in. I will give them
yeah,
that.
like, I'll
Couldn't
I'll
get
put I'll put
couldn't
my
I
hand
mean
up.
perfect build-up play against Australia, couldn't anything. And then Paraguay just outplayed you.
Yeah, I'll put my hand up. I mean, going into this tournament, like, I mean, it sounds horrible to say, but, like, Turkey and Ecuador were, like, my two teams I was high on. Ecuador's defense was ridiculous. Their back four is insane. Couldn't score the rock to save their lives, which has gotten them into the hole. But Turkey, I mean, the talents there, they've blown it. I'd love to see. I mean, no matter what they do in this game, it doesn't matter. They're pretty much going home since they lost to Australia and Paraguay. Like, there's no way for them to get in, regardless of the results. Uh, so they're not really playing for him. I mean, they're playing for pride more than anything at this point. I kind of expect them to come out guns blazing just to get some type of result to take home with. Because, I mean,
You
I don't know if
can't
you saw
go
the
home
video.
scoreless.
Yeah,
You
I don't know if
can't
you
go
saw
home
their video of, like,
scoreless.
of their send off. Did you see their video of, like, their send off going away to the World Cup?
Oh, I didn't see it, but I heard it was massive.
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, like, thousands of people following their buses across the bridge and everything. And it's like, well, I wonder who's going to be there when they get back. Because, I mean, they've been disgraceful in this tournament. I mean, I think they're going to come out and play a lot more. They're going to come out and play like they had nothing left to play for. It's more of a pride thing more than anything. They're probably going to be playing a lot of the guys who just haven't got a lot of burn throughout the tournament so far. I still like our chances. I mean, the
There
momentum
will
and the
not be a
confidence the
smile on their
U.S. team is
faces
carrying
now.
right now is ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like this is a go kind of kick up on them while they're down. Go beat up on them while they're down. Um, I would like to see. I'm not going to say I would like to see them score on us, but you kind of you hate it for the fans to watch scoreless in the World Cup, right? You know, we've kind of seen our team
Yeah, with
underperform
so much
before.
hype
I
behind
don't know if we've seen
yourself.
an underperformance based on like, yeah, but that's the thing. Is like with a ranking like this and an underperformance like this, getting outplayed by Australia, just straight up losing to Paraguay, that's just crazy. It's
I mean,
crazy. It's
I
crazy.
honestly, I
But
don't think I've seen a soul guess the winners of the group where they didn't have Turkey winning the group by like a landslide. I mean, they've just totally
yep,
underperformed. I mean, they're the biggest
I didn't have it.
underachiever of this whole tournament so far.
Biggest. I can agree with that. Who's the biggest overachiever so far?
The biggest overachiever. I mean, I
Let's
feel like it has to be Cap. God. There's a couple of them. I mean, South Africa, Cabo Verde. Uh, there's a couple of nations
I can
who.
go South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa probably has to be my number one now, just with their history. But I mean, Cabo Verde is a close second. I mean, the fact they went to they went to war with Spain and came out with a point. As I say, they should have won the other day against oh gosh, who was it? Was it Senegal? I can't remember, but they honestly should have came out with 3 points on that one. Got a little bit unlucky at the end, but in between those two, their stories are unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how kind of things unfold here. I don't expect anything too crazy to kind of bend the projections for the way that some of these groups are gonna end is gonna what's gonna be what happens. But I'm still excited to see like Norway, France. That's gonna be a fun game tomorrow. I do not think Uruguay is gonna just slouch over to France or to Spain. I think Uruguay feels like they need a win badly to kind of ensure, you know what I'm saying? But that being, I'm still gonna be tuned in. I'm still gonna. I want Cape Verde to get the W over Saudi Arabia.
I mean, they should. Saudi Arabia looks
That'd be
hopeless.
insane,
I mean,
Grant.
they look awful.
That'd have to be like the lowest team to ever make the knockouts ever. Not true. Just ranked team. We'd have to go look into that. I would like to know the statistical on
I
that one,
mean,
but it will lowest we've
I
seen in
feel
a
like
while.
I feel like they have to be. I mean, it's a country of 500,000 people.
They've played fun football. They've fun football. That's insane. That's insane. Like the fact I know it's not like. I mean, I haven't looked at much into like there's the fact they can just create a World Cup team is crazy. Even through the new rules, the fact that they're able to find enough guys of that quality is awesome. I love it. I love it.
I mean, it's
Grant,
nuts.
anything you want to add about tonight's prediction, USA wise?
Honestly, like I say, I'm waiting for the lineups to come out first because I really want to sprinkle on some of the young guys who I'm hoping are going
Me
to
too.
play. And
Before I have
honestly,
a concrete,
the
if
odds are
Raymore plays, we're
juicy.
taking him.
Like, yeah, the odds are juicy because like
Mm-hmm.
FanDuel and DraftKings, they are awful at actually regulating their odds when we know people aren't going to play. So like Weah is like plus 340 to score. Weah is like plus 140 to get a shot on target. Aronson's like plus 270 to score. Reyna's in the 200s. I mean, these things are going to be juiced. You don't even have to take goals. Shots on targets plus money right now for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I'm taking Rain plus money on the shots on target. That's what we're rocking with for tonight. For sure. I expect him to get the done, substitute or not, but I think he'll start. I think he'll start. I think Weah
I
probably
hope he
starts
starts. I need to see
well.
some Rhea
So
burn.
another juice on
And
him.
again, I know he's probably gonna start. Leave Sebastian Berhalter on the bench. I don't want to see it. I'm done with it. Like he's not ready for this type of play. He's not physical
He has
enough.
some
He
tick.
doesn't have the physical intangibles.
He's
I
not.
hate seeing his last name. It gives me
But he
PTSD every
always
time I
makes
see
the
it.
right
I want
pass.
to see
But he
more.
always makes the right
Like
pass.
I don't give a shit. I saw him. I saw him with the goal open, duff a shot 10 feet in front of him. Like I don't want. I don't want to see him anymore, dog. I'd rather see a lot of the proven guys who've been in the bigger leagues, whether it's Aronson, Reyna, any of these guys over Berhalter. I do not care.
Yeah, let me see Aronson. Let me see Roldan. Let me see, literally anybody. Arston. Come on. Like you've got a lot of
Haji
people that are
Wright
good on that
play.
bench.
Play
Break them
Haji Wright at
around.
midfield. I don't care. I've been waiting for Haji Wright to play. I'm glad he got some minutes versus Australia.
Yeah, play attacking and then play him more in that 10 role you need to even, right? And then let somebody else kind of play down if you have to. So I'm okay with that too.
I wonder if they're going to go to their original lineup versus Paraguay. And what were they running? 4-2-3-1. I can't remember the Paraguay game, but I doubt we see the double strikers come into play again. I actually wouldn't mind seeing the double strikers again because it's kind of a lost formation that just gives defenders, I mean, just agony if you can control the midfield.
Yeah, it was a 4-1-2-3 that we played against Paraguay, but it shifted a lot. But I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I think Adams held down the fort. Hillman kind of commanded that one. McKinney got to be creative. So, and then obviously, Balogun, it helped him out the most as well. But I don't
Yeah. Yeah.
know. I think they need to be able to play with both. I want them to be able to play comfortably with both going forward if you can, because that's kind of one of those adjustments that you need everybody comfortable to do it. I'd like to see a little bit of it, Cam. Maybe I wouldn't mind a first half formation if that's what you wanted tonight against Turkey. But I'm feeling good. Feeling good about our chances tonight. It's USA money line all the way. We are going to wait till we see the lineup before we bet it, but with the boost that we've got, we can get it at plus money, Grant. So that's what we're going to do. Like we mentioned, shortened show, so not a whole lot. What else? Anything else you want to add here today to the 3-man front stream, Grant?
Oh gosh, let me think. I mean, it's almost overstimulated. I'm trying to think about all of it all at once. Oh yeah, the South Koreans are cowards. I wanted to add that into watching that game was ridiculous last night. They're also probably one of my biggest underachievers in this tournament too. They played so pedestrian and so cowardly the last two games, which was awful. And it's as a Tottenham Hotspur fan, seeing Sonny get left on the bench until the second half was almost disgraceful last night. I had to get that off my chest.
There was no reason to leave him on the bench for half a game in the World Cup at all. He's your best quality.
And when you know
He
it's
needs
do
to
or
be out there
die,
for at least. He needs to be out there at least 75 minutes minimum. And when it's do or die, no reason for it to not be 90. I'm with you there. Still feels cool to see South Africa make it to the knockouts for the first time, but we don't support genocide. Nevertheless, USA tonight, Grant. I think we get it done. I'm excited to see momentum on and push the momentum on, and some young guys get some action in as well today. I think I didn't expect Czechia to be great by any means, but I didn't expect them to be like this either. If I'm being honest, they did get the draw, but they just have been pretty pitiful defensively, even in a group with South Korea, right? Shout out to Haiti for some excitement last night, getting the first goal, making
no
it at
kidding.
least feel fun. That was dope. And then they go on to score twice, even though they kind of get worked there in the second half. Still, that's the fun. That's the fun in it. That's like those fans getting to feel that even for that moment. That's what makes you love it. That's why it's the best sport in the world, Grant.
So, amen to that.
This is going to wrap us up here on the 3-man. Like we said, we will have a kind of breaking news-esque type of a show whenever we get news and word back on the Louisville United Bowl celebration for being the champs in their inaugural season. Don't know why we haven't yet, or maybe I just missed it and need to look more into that, but I haven't gotten word back yet. But whenever we get the details, we'll post those, upload those, and we'll have some fun. We'll be out there. Grant, this has been the 3-man front. June 25th. We'll have Matt Childress back next week.
Yes, sir.
Take a